Hello and welcome to DFS Coach Talk. Today is Sunday, June 5th, 2022. I am Joe Sarvati, affectionately known as Coach, and I am here to go over the main slate for Major League Baseball for this afternoon. It starts at 1:35 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to go over the games as we normally do, share some definite pay-up, value, and fade pitchers. Also, some BVP stacks, HR, and we'll finish up with definitely some prize picks for you as well. So, all kinds of stuff for you baseball wise on this beautiful Sunday. It looks like the weather's going to be good everywhere. I don't think we're going to have any delays, maybe a stray shower in Colorado, but that's about it. It should be good everywhere. Great, huge day for us here at Coach Talk. Sundays are always great. We've got our sweating out our fourth round of the PGA at the Memorial. Also, NASCAR going on this afternoon. We'll be providing for that. And then with baseball, full slate today, and NBA Finals Game 2 this evening. So a full day we'll be providing all day for our members. If you'd like to be a part of what we're doing, go to dfscoachtalk.com. You can sign up there for as little as a 3-day pass if you like. Give us a try. If you want to check us out on Twitter, we're at DFS Coach Talk, and I am at Joe Sarvati. So check us out there. We'd appreciate it. And if you're watching on YouTube right now, quick thumbs up is very much appreciated because that moves us up the algorithm on YouTube, and we are trying to get the word out there to as many people as we can. Also, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and click the little alert in the upper corner there. That'll let you know when any of our podcasts post. And we provide podcasts 7 days a week for Major League Baseball. We provide podcasts for the NBA, PGA, and the other sports when they come around. So you definitely want to catch those. And if you hit that alarm button, it'll alert you every time one of our podcasts premieres. One of our pros is usually on line when that podcast premieres to answer any questions. But you can always put a note here if you're watching on YouTube or in Twitter, and we'll respond there as well. All right, let's dive in. We know it's a super busy Sunday. Everybody's trying to get lineups in and set. Again, that 1:35 is the main slate Eastern for all three sites. So you want to get those contests selected and locked in before the last minute, because I'll tell you, there's contest selection does dwindle towards the lock time. So get those in early. All right, let's talk about pay up pitcher to begin with. I'm going to go back to the guy that just has been so solid for me all year long. He's definitely in the Cy Young race. But I think, if he gets a string going here, could be certainly a contender. And that's Kevin Gossman from the Toronto Blue Jays. He is expensive. I get that. He's 10-2 on DraftKings, 10-1 on FanDuel, and 49 on Yahoo. So, you do have to pay the price for him, but a lot of times you get what you pay for. And he's only 5-3. Toronto hasn't been scoring a lot of runs for him, but his ERA is very solid at 2.51, a whip right about 170 big strikeouts already. And he faces a Minnesota team that really does have some holes in their lineup. There's no question about it. And, he has not faced them this year, and he's got some nasty stuff. There's no question about it. He's been consistent as well. His last outing was only 27, but he's got a 52, a 40, a 41, a 55, a 49, another 55, and a 38 prior to that. So he's been steady as a rock. I expect him to do just as well today against the Twins. I'll give a second, and there's really a couple other guys I think you can be in the conversation here. Certainly Zach Gallen, he's been really tough for us. Occasionally he'll have a little bit of a flat outing, but he gets to go against the Pirates. It's in Pittsburgh, And very hard not to want to go to him as well. He's 4-0 with a 232. His whip is under 1, 49 strikeouts. So not quite the strikeout numbers you're going to get with Gossman, but it's against a Pirates team that, they've had some big hits and won some big games lately, including the sweep of the Dodgers. But, variance will get back to them. They do have somewhat of a AAA lineup in a lot of spots. So I can see an easy decision to go to Zach Gallen or pay up for Gallen and Gossman and find value in hitting. I do want to also mention a couple of value pitchers here, because I think there's a couple different ways you can go. If you're trying to get an SP2 and save a little bit money for the bats, one guy, I guess it's not a big savings, but Martin Perez, he's been unbelievable for Texas. He's really found his stuff this year. He gets to go against a scuffling Seattle team that's 7 games below 500. And Martin Perez is 4-2 with a 1.42 ERA, and a whip under 1 at 0.93 with 49 Ks. So he's just been incredible, and he's done it so incredibly consistent. I mean, that's what's amazing. Listen to his scores this year on FanDuel: 46-40, 52-46, 44, 37, 34, 37. I mean, Martin Perez, we're talking about here, a guy that's just been a subpar pitcher through a lot of his career, which is really impressive that he's put it all together here. And it's not like he's a youngster. He started at age 21 in 2012. This is his 10th year in the majors. So he's put it all together. Is it, going to collapse and blow up on him? I mean, we haven't seen any signs of that yet. And, again, against that Seattle lineup, I think he's a very good option as well. Also, I've got to mention Castillo, because I watched him pitch a lot of his last game, and he just was sharp. And he's also a guy that has been in a lot of trade rumors, and he's going against a Washington team that we know does not hit well. And, they're terrible, 15 games below 500. Castillo's 2-2 with a 3.38 ERA, but again, he's been sharper of late. He's much cheaper as well. He's $7,900 is all on DraftKings, $84 on FanDuel, and $43 on Yahoo. So that can be a way to get away from either Gossman or Gallen or even Perez if you're going to pay up there. All right, let's talk about a fade pitcher here. And I'm going to go back, again, one of the more expensive guys on the list today, but he's a guy that I just don't see the same action on his fastball. It's not tailing like it usually does. Just doesn't seem very sharp right now, and that's Lucas Giolito. He's 3-2 with a 3.61, which is respectable, but he's got to pitch at Tampa. And, Tampa's scrappy at home. They're 9 games over 500. And, you look at up and down their lineup, it's not scary lineup by any stretch. But, you do have guys like Margot, Diaz, Choi, Rosarena, Zanino. There are guys in there that can hit home runs. And I think a lot of people, though, will go to Giolito today just because, you look at Tampa's lineup. Again, it's not something, like you're looking at one of the stacked lineups. And I'm sure people feel variance will play back in Giolito's favor, but he's extremely expensive, and I just don't think this is a good matchup for him at Tampa Bay here. So he's my fade pitcher for the day. All right. Before we jump to BVP real quickly, I want to thank our presenting sponsor here. It is Prizepicks, and their picks will be coming up here for you. We provide picks for Prizepicks every day on our podcasts, and then we provide some more prior to lock for our members. We've been just absolutely killing it at Prizepicks. And you can get a special deal if you haven't signed up there yet. Go to prizepicks.com, use the promo code CoachTalk, all one word, and they will match you dollar for dollar on your first $100 deposit. So take advantage of that with that promo code Coach Talk and join in the winnings there at Prizepicks. All right, BVP, I'm going with a guy that's never hard to pick because he's so good, and that's Mr. Mike Trout. Trout is batting against Kyle Gibson today, and he's 7 for 23, 304 batting average, 3 extra base hits, 2 of them are homers, 4 RBIs, and he's walked 5 times. So again, that combination when I look for BVP, somebody not just smashing the ball against someone else, but also seeing the ball, walking, just really have their number. So Trout, certainly an easy pick for me for BVP today. I really like him. Let me skip over to the HR pick of the day, and I'm going to go with Trey Turner from the LA Dodgers. He's facing Trevor Williams from the Mets, and very small sample, only 3 for 10, but 2 of those are homers, 5 RBIs. He's also walked against them, stole a base. And, Trey Turner is just such a 5-tool threat. I mean, he can do anything at any time. He's on some crazy streak on base or hitting streak. I don't know, 28, something crazy. Just really locked in right now, and it's against a pitcher that he has hit in the past. So I think he takes him deep today, keeps that streak going, and Trey Turner. So not two long shot guys in Trout and Turner. They're both very expensive, but again, you're going to have to balance between pitching and hitting like always, and that makes it very difficult at times. But give and take, there is a lot of value too that you can get to. So that is the good thing. All right, let's jump to our stacks here that we're looking at today. I've got a couple of different stacks, one being the lousy Cincinnati Reds, but it is what it is. They're going against Patrick Corbin. I've been picking on him like every game. I mean, he's 1-8 with a ERA at 7. So, it's not hard to pick on a guy that just doesn't have it right now. Cincinnati has some strong right-handed hitters too. Up and down that lineup. They'll probably put 8 righties against them, just Joey Votto being the only lefty. And you got guys that can all hit home runs in Senzel, Drury, Stevenson, Pham, Aquino, Farmer, Almora, and Reynolds. So certainly not a good lineup. I agree with that. But, with Corbin being that far off and the Washington bullpen struggling, I think you can, go small stacks here, maybe 3 guys, find a spot where you like the home run potential, even 5, 6, 7, something like that. Pham, Aquino, Farmer. I mean, you're going to get some homers from some of these guys against Corbin, in my opinion. So sneaky stack. I don't think it's going to be super high owned or anything like that, but I think it makes perfect sense. Another stack you could look at possibly, you've got San Francisco Giants going against Braxton Garrett, youngster for Miami. And San Francisco, all they do is just hit. They're just unbelievable the way they string things together. They're 4 games over 500, which, is a little down from where they were, but they have several bats in there, against a rookie like this that have a lot of experience, like Slater, Flores, Longoria, Yastrzemski, Crawford, Caselli. These guys are all capable. And, Braxton Garrett, we'll see what he's made of. But, a team like San Francisco is certainly not the team you want to, cut your teeth on here in Major League Baseball, because they can definitely make you pay. We'll go one more stack team I think that's worth talking about. I think the Red Sox against Frankie Montas will be another, they're usually a pretty popular play here as far as stacks, but Frankie Montas, people still respect him. He's 2-5 and a 3.20. I just not a big Montas guy, and I think Boston is very dangerous, of course. With the middle of that lineup is just crazy. Devers, Martinez, Bogarts, Verdugo, Story. I mean, you go 2 through 6 there. I know it's very expensive, but you just got a bunch of stack potential there in Boston. So if you go light on pitching and can find some value there, Boston, that middle of that order is a great stack, I think, as well. All right, let's throw a few prize picks into the board, and we'll let you get on about your day here and get those selections made. I'm going to go Kevin Gossman over 38.5 pitching fantasy score. I think, again, he's in a great position here. I'm going to pay up for him. I want to anchor my team here with a 45 to 50 point performance. I believe very possible from Gossman. And that 38.5 is a really fair number on prize picks. As I mentioned, I think Giolito's not sharp right now. 35.5 is his fantasy score. I think that's a little high for him. So I'm going to go under Lucas Giolito, 35.5 fantasy score. And then, as I mentioned, my BVP play, very, very fair number here from prize picks. Mike Trout, only 7.5 fantasy score. And I am going to jump on that. I think he can get that with one swing of the bat. So Mike Trout over 7.5, my third prize picks play. All right, that is it, my friends. Short and sweet today, trying to get you back out there to get all of your Sunday stuff done and certainly get those lineups locked in. Catch us at Coach Talk today if you're looking for core builds for your DraftKings lineups, full lineups for FanDuel and Yahoo. And that also goes for DraftKings. NASCAR picks will be coming out today. And then Crash and Deb and I will all have our lineups for the NBA Finals Game 2 this evening. So dfscoachtalk.com if you want to sign up there. If you want to go through Twitter, go at DFS Coach Talk. All right, my friends, that is it. Thank you so much for listening in. And we'll certainly be back again tomorrow when we look to crush it in MLB, NBA, NASCAR, PGA, DFS, and Prize Picks.